Prespa National Park is located in southeastern Albania. It has been declared as a national park on 18th February of 1999 and officially inaugurated in February 2000. The terrestrial part of a National Park of Prespa is 27,000 hectares. The Prespa National Park is in border with Greece and North Macedonia and is a continuous part of Prespa National Park in Greece and also in North Macedonia. In this habitat we can find different and heterogeneous landscape and also different types of habitats, which make this national park really special with very importance to the biodiversity. The main entrance to the Prespa National Park is from Korça town in Albania, which is the southeastern part of Albania, and then the road dives in two different ways, one that enters the minor Prespa Lake, micro Prespa Lake, and one to the major Prespa Lake, or ground one. We have two main types of ecosystems: the freshwater ecosystem and terrestrial ecosystem. Firstly, we'll talk about the freshwater ecosystem, where we can find different kinds of species like water lilies. And also, it's very important because you can find different kinds of animals and birds like the Pelicanus crispus or the pelican. The surface of the lake is 277 square kilometers. And also, in the lakes we can find some small islands which are uninhabited but create a beautiful scenery and can be visited by boats. In these islands you can find two types of pelicans, which is Pelicanus crispus and also Dalmaticus pelican, Pelicanus dalmaticus. The climate of Prespa National Park is mostly continental moderate, originating from Central Europe. The average annual precipitation attains from 700 to 900 mm, mainly from the end of October to the end of May, and mostly in the mountain areas. The laser or micro Prespa Lake in Albanian side also creates some beautiful and also important wetlands. It's not very deep, and in Albanian part it's really shallow lake. The Prespa region has been recognized as a biodiversity hotspot due to the high number of species of different taxonomic groups, as well as unique habitat types and landscape heterogeneity, while characterized by a high percentage of endemism and also species which are indicators in terms of conservation. Apart from the continental climate, here in this region is indicated also by Mediterranean climate, especially during summer months where the temperatures are really high and the dry season is really long, especially around 3 months. For more information about the habitats and the importance of them, we'll talk after a few seconds. The terrestrial Albanian part of Prespa watershed includes the depression of ground and later Prespa lakes, the dry mountain upper part and the eastern slopes, and Rakitska highland including the Cheria depression. The depression of Great Prespa Lake to the east of Dry Mountain lies partly in Albanian territory. Dry Mountain and Ivani Mountain represent the larger terrestrial part of the Prespa National Park. Mount Ivani separates the mountain ranges from Rakitska highlands. Dry Mountain and Ivani, as well as Rakitska highland, are composed geomorphologically mainly of Triassic-Jurassic limestones and a few Cretaceous limestones and terignos deposition of Paleogene. The highest peak on Albanian side is in the north of the mount of the Dry Mountain with Playa Pusit, which is 2,288 meters, and followed by many other high peaks like Buzaj Koritas or the peak of Shëngjer. The view from the peak are absolutely stunning and create the real idea of the Prespa National Park, but the road to go there it's not easy and can be done only by a car which is 4x4, and it's really difficult also for those cars. This national park can offer different types of habitats which are really important. One of the most important is Tilio-Asaron forest of slopes, screes and ravines. Also you can find endemic forests with Juniperus species dominated by Greek juniper. In Tilio-Asaron habitat, it's important to say that Tilia cordata, or small-leaved linden, which is grown naturally here. Other types of habitat that can be found in the Prespa National Park are the Medio-European limestone beech forest of the Cephalotherophagion and Galliocarpinetum oak or beam forest. Also in the park occurs woods of Agus sylvatica and Turkish hazel, Corylus colurna, more than 300 years old trees. In the upper park occurs alpine and boreal heaths habitats dominated by Genista radiata. The 16 terrestrial habitat types are home of a diverse living biota. The Prespa National Park is known as the home of 54 endemic animal species, 47 invertebrates and 7 vertebrates. A first glance at the group of Odonata has shown 32 species, 42 species of Coleoptera, almost half of the butterflies of Albania. In Prespa National Park there are known as far 23 fish species, of which 9 are endemic to the lakes and 15 are considered to be endangered. In the terrestrial part of the park there are 23 species of reptiles and about 132 breeding bird species. In this habitat lives many different species of butterflies. Overall, in the Albanian part of the Prespa National Park is home of more than 1,180 plant species, from which more than 18 species are endemic or steno-endemic of the park. Prespa National Park territory includes villages. Also it's inhabited. The terrestrial part of the agricultural lands dedicated to the subsistence production of field crops, vineyards and orchards, forests, pastures and subalpine and alpine meadows. Another thing is the grazing in national park, which somehow is damaging the biodiversity, but also is a vital part of the life here. Something good is that the animals looks very friendly. The life in National Park of Prespa is vital. Don't have many inhabitants, but also have people that lives here, mostly elderly people. This can be a very good destination for touristic purposes and recreational area. But till now, not many guest houses and not many tourists visit Prespa National Park. Hope this can change in the future. This is the end of the part 1 of the Prespa National Park. Stay tuned for the part 2 of the video.